6 friends thought they were only going away for a weekend. By Monday, only one of them would ever come back. It was October, the kind of crisp autumn that painted the Appalachian mountains in fire-colored leaves. Ethan drove the old SUV, hands gripping the wheel with the calm focus of someone who liked to be in charge. Sarah, his girlfriend, sat beside him, staring out the window, quietly counting pine trees as they blurred past. In the back seat Marcus cracked jokes, a flask already in his hand. Chloe adjusted her camera lens, determined to capture every detail. Daniel tapped a folding knife against his knee, restless, while Lily, the youngest, scribbled notes and doodles into her leather-bound journal. Their destination was Hollow Creek, a remote patch of wilderness known mostly to locals. To outsiders, it was just another forest. To the people who lived nearby, it was a place whispered about, a place that kept what it wanted. At the last gas station before the trailhead, an old man behind the counter watched them buy snacks and fuel. His hands trembled as he rang them up. "You kids going up there?" Ethan smiled and nodded. The man just shook his head. "People go missing in Hollow Creek. More than you'd think." Marcus laughed, snapping a photo of the sign outside, "Last stop before Hollow Creek," and posted it with the caption, "If we don't make it back, blame the creepy gas station guy." Nobody laughed harder than him. Nobody knew how haunting that post would look just days later. The campsite was perfect. A flat clearing beside a stream, tall trees crowding close, their branches heavy with red and gold leaves. They pitched their tents, built a fire, roasted hot dogs. Chloe's photos captured them in golden light, Sarah leaning on Ethan's shoulder, Marcus making a mock-serious face with his flask, Daniel rolling his eyes, Lily bent over her journal. The first night was uneventful, though Sarah claimed she heard twigs snapping around camp. Ethan brushed it off as deer. By morning she had convinced herself he was right. On Saturday they hiked deep into the forest, following the creek. Chloe snapped photos of moss-covered rocks. Lily filled her journal with sketches of trees. Marcus teased Daniel about Bigfoot until Daniel nearly shoved him into the water. They laughed, carefree. That night, everything changed. Around midnight Sarah woke to footsteps, deliberate, circling the camp. She held her breath, straining to listen. The sound stopped whenever she tried to wake Ethan. When he finally grabbed a flashlight and stepped out, the woods were empty. But too quiet. No owls, no crickets, no wind. At dawn, Lily was gone. Her sleeping bag was empty. Her shoes were still by the tent flap. Her journal lay open, pages fluttering. The last words she had written, "The woods are listening." Panic spread fast. They searched for hours, calling her name, marking trees with strips of fabric to avoid getting lost. Nothing. Not a footprint, not a broken branch. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. Daniel wanted to leave. "We go now. We get the rangers. We get help." Ethan shook his head. "If she comes back and we're gone, we can't abandon her." They stayed. That night Sarah woke again, this time to crying. A girl's voice, distant, in the woods. It sounded like Lily. Against Ethan's protests, Sarah and Marcus grabbed a flashlight and followed. Minutes later, their screams cut through the forest. Ethan and Daniel ran toward the sound. They found only the flashlight, shattered on the ground. Sarah and Marcus were gone. 3 missing. 3 left. By morning, Chloe was gone too. Ethan swore he saw her walking into the fog, face blank, eyes glassy, like she was sleepwalking. He chased her, but her footprints led only a few yards into the mist before vanishing completely. Now it was just Ethan and Daniel. Daniel snapped, accusing Ethan of hiding something. "You wanted this trip. You brought us here. Now they're gone. What did you do?" I didn't do anything," Ethan shouted, but even he no longer believed his own words. Then the voices came. Not one voice, many. Lily, Sarah, Marcus, Chloe. Calling their names. Whispering, laughing, begging them to follow. The sound came from all directions, echoing through the trees. Daniel bolted. Ethan chased him, branches tearing his skin. The voices grew louder, overlapping into a hideous chorus. Then Daniel's scream split the air, sharp, final. When Ethan reached the spot, he found only Daniel's torn jacket snagged on a branch. Alone now, Ethan stumbled back to camp. His journal entries from that night, later recovered, grew frantic and illegible. The trails loop back. The forest moves. I hear them outside the tent. They want me too. Don't follow the voices. Don't listen. On the fourth morning, loggers found him staggering out of the woods onto a dirt road. His lips were cracked, his eyes wild. He kept whispering the same phrase, "They wanted me to stay." Search teams scoured Hollow Creek for weeks. They found the camp abandoned. The tents were slashed open, belongings scattered. Near the fire pit, carved deep into a tree, were 3 chilling words, "We are here." Not a single trace of the other 5 was ever found. No bodies. No footprints. No blood. Just absence. Ethan was interrogated for months. Detectives suspected him. Some believed he snapped and murdered his friends. But no evidence tied him to it. Others whispered about the forest itself, about an old sect that once worshipped there, about lights seen moving between the trees, about voices that lured wanderers deeper. Locals still tell stories. Hikers claim they've heard laughter at night, distant and childlike. Some swear they've seen figures standing between the trees. A girl with a notebook, a boy with a flask, a young woman holding a camera. No one dares to follow. Ethan never camped again. In interviews he avoided details. When pressed on what he remembered most, he muttered just one sentence before refusing to speak further. "They were calling me to stay." To this day, the vanishing of the Hollow Creek campers remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in Appalachia. 6 friends entered the forest. Only one came back. And every autumn, when the leaves turn red and the air grows sharp, locals swear the woods still whisper with the voices of those it took.